If you are in an abusive relationship, you need a way of escape. The fact is that most abusers do not really change. How many can you count in your neighborhood? How many have you seen that actually change? Except they have to face the grave consequence. How many actually change? There have been repeated records of people who have been dehumanized and killed for abuse. And this is not just about women, it's both men and women, even children. Do not ever think that an abuser will change, except maybe they deeply acknowledge their behavior and take full responsibility and also undergo long-term professional help. They are not likely to change. So the fact that they cry, they apologize, and even promise to do better does not mean that they will change. In fact, that is part of the abuse cycle. Without genuine therapy and accountability, oftentimes they return to the same behavior. And sometimes it may even be worse. So you being the victim may not get the usual result. Abuse is not a mistake. You will hear many abusers say it was a mistake. But I tell you, abuse is not a mistake. It is not necessarily about temperament. It is about control. It is not just an episode of rage. So for change to happen, it requires a total shift in their belief system. And that really happens without years of counseling and consistent self-work. That is, the abuser himself must be ready to submit himself to consistent work. And this is usually very difficult for many people, because to change that attitude is not something that will be done overnight. So if you find yourself in an abusive, especially life-threatening relationship, write down this exit plan now before things get out of hand. Now, identify a trusted person you can call, both from your side and your partner's side. It might be a family member, a friend, a neighbor, someone that you can trust. Identify a safe place you can run to. It might be your church, might be the nearest police station, might be a trusted friend's house. Ensure to have emergency contacts in your phone. It might be a local hotline or the domestic violence helpline, the Nigerian police emergency contacts, and every other important helpline you can access. Also, it's important to identify escape routes within your house. That might be your door, window, or a place you can quickly escape in case violence erupts. This is very, very important. Remember that your life is the number one thing. Your life is very, very important. It is when you are alive that you can begin to talk about resolving things. So you need to be able to actually escape in case violence erupts. You will also need an emergency bag. What will be inside your bag should be your ID card, passports, driver's license, ATMs, some cash, jewelry, keys, clothes you can quickly change into, some very important documents. The next is to stay digitally safe. Change passwords from time to time. This could be your social media accounts, your email, your bank apps. You may also want to turn off location tracking on your phone and avoid posting your plans or locations online. In addition, you may want to have an extra email or phone number for safe communication. You see that it is looking as if you are not even in a relationship. Because why having all this if you are in a relationship you're actually meant to be? You should have one or two people in your life who has solid information about your situation. They should know what exactly is going on. And this set of people should not be people that will also go and meet your partner behind. You can cook up code words with them. Something like, I am bringing the cake, to mean, please call the police. Because your situation is not a normal situation, it is important that you have your means of being safe. Now, if it looks like the situation is life-threatening, then you may want to plan the actual exit, and that may be when the abuser is away. Go directly to your pre-decided location. Ensure not to announce this beforehand. And if it looks like you are in a possible danger, it is important to also keep the police informed.